Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu stated that over 570 billion naira has been released to the 36 states of the Federation to expand livelihood support to vulnerable citizens. The president stated this in a televised address to the nation while urging protesters to refrain recently, appealing that his administration is working to alleviate the hardship brought by his reforms. Now, in the words of the president, he said, more than 570 billion naira has been released to the 36 states to expand livelihood support to their citizens, while 600,000 nano-businesses have benefited from our nano-grants. An additional 400,000 more nano-businesses are expected to benefit. End of quote. Now, joining me, of course, to speak more on this is the spokesperson for the Osun State governor, talking about Rashed Olawale is the spokesperson to the governor of Osun State. That's Governor Ademola Adeleke. Thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes. Now, interesting times in Nigeria. Well, let me start off with the first, my first question to you, sir, is did Osun State, based on what the address we saw by the president, did Osun State actually get such funds? And in what capacity exactly?
Thank you very much. Let me recall one thing. Several governors have spoken. The Osun State, Oyo State governor, the National State governor, the Gombe State governor, and they've all stated the reality that the money in question is about World Bank project, the N-Care, Oyo Care, and other cares. Is meant for supporting grassroots projects, less privileged people, and some other things. So, one, it's not a federal government money; it's a World Bank project money, and the fact that the president mentioned it has been clarified by most governors. And the reality is that the money is not a grant. I mean, it's not a dash from the center to the state. It's a World Bank loan project that is meant for specific project, and that which World Bank must verify and affirm and validate. And it's a loan. It's not actually something that. So, in effect, to answer that question, I will just revert to what Governor Makinde said, what the governor of National State has said on it, and what the governor of Gombe State has said.
All right. So did Osun State get whether it's a loan, reimbursement, or grant? Did Osun State get it?
Of course, all states that are running the N-Care project and all the 36 states are involved. They have part of the loan. It's not 573 billion. You know that you are talking of the total sum.
Yes.
Some states got 4, some 5, some 6, and they were meant for projects which the World Bank is supervising.
Okay.
So I don't want to go into it, but the fact that the president mentioned it has now been fully rebuffed by many of the governors.
Oh, okay,
but,
great.
In Osun State, the facts are speaking for itself. That's why you have not seen my governor openly commenting on it.
Okay, so how much did Osun State get?
I think I may not know those details, but the reality is that in Osun State, we are running what we call Osun Care Project. And Osun Care Project has touched a lot of communities and sectors of the society. The governor has been commissioning several of the projects, including health care centers and some others. In fact, Osun is adjudged as one of the best in terms of the implementation of the World Bank grant project. The Osun Care Project is one of the best. So I may not know the exact details. I said the total sum collected. But let me assure you that the money is a World Bank loan, and the states are implementing it under the supervision of the World Bank.
Okay, I mean, I definitely understand the fact that it's a loan, actually a reimbursement on, perceived sum spent by the state, from the World Bank, which of course we understand is not a grant but a loan. But I mean, on the NG Cares website, as updated, that's on the 22nd of July, that's 22/07/2024. It stated there that Osun got about 9,562,000,000. Let me just read the figure. Just a little above 9 billion. That's 9,562 12549.27. That's on the NG Cares website. It said...
Let me quickly come in.
Okay.
Can I quickly come in?
Yes, please.
Now, the fact that you can even quote the figure from NG Care site indicates that it's not something secret. And if you go further to reading that website, you see what the money is meant for. You see the monitoring process. You see the validation process. So it's not something hidden.
No, definitely. When you said you are not privy to the figures, I just thought to... okay.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't want to lie to you. Because one, if World Bank is running a project, supervising a project in a state, and World Bank is known for transparency and accountability, and most of these facts are in public domain. The only thing that is cloudy was when Mr. President mentioned it. And luckily, many of our governors have clarified the situation. That is not a money just dashed to the state, or this World Bank specific project. And when you talk of refund, of course, when they give you the money, you now have what they call counterpart funding. So the state must pay part, World Bank loan will cover part, then the monitoring system on those projects are there. And that's why you can see it on the NKR side. If you read further, you see what the money is meant for. Then you also read further and you see what is the procedure for implementation of those projects. In other words, when that money enters a state, the governor has no discretion as to say, I just pick the money, I use it for what I want. No, the money is specifically approved for certain line of project and programs. And there is a monitoring process outside the control of the state government that is externally supervised by World Bank team.
Okay. I mean, I understand that we, of course, have a developing story we need to cut to. But before we cut to that, and I'll leave you for a moment, I would just like you to respond to this in about maybe 60 seconds or less. Can you give us specific projects in your capacity that, of course, you're privy to, that this reimbursement or this intervention has been used for in Osun State, specific ones?
Yeah, in specific terms, just 2 weeks ago, Mr. Governor commissioned series of primary health care centers. And of course, I follow Mr. Governor to the commissioning. Most of these projects in each of the zone is almost 30 to 40 health centers. That's almost in one zone alone.
30 to 40 health centers.
Provisions. Yeah, that's just in a zone. Also has almost 9 federal constituencies, 9 zones. I'm just talking of health center alone. Then you talk of the rural roads, not the local government roads that we're doing. Rural roads in terms of grading, in terms of opening up of the rural areas. You talk of water provisions. It also covers things like boreholes and others. So in Osun, we have specific, in fact, let me tell you, the person handling the Osun Care project is one of the best GM within the World Bank system. I mean, certified within the World Bank system. So you see, when people mention money, what I ask you to do is, like you have done, you just enter the site of NCare, you get all the details. There is no smoking gun.
All right.
And that's why.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I understand that we really need to go because there's a breaking story now. But thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.